Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are new here, my name is Roger and we are designing and building our own mid-engine supercar. I know I'm a little bit late on this week's video, but I've had some personal issues in my life that we'll cover later in the video. And stick around to the end because I have a nice surprise for you if you wait till the end of the video, something that's really cool to look at. For anyone new here, this is what we're building, or something very close to this. So you can see I have most of the front of the car mounted in place or close to the right place. Some of these components are actually physically mounted to the frame and some are just clamped in place to get a visual of how things are going to align. Been working on alignment of parts quite a bit, so just wanted you to see how this is coming along. Let me remove the hood and show you some of the details of what I've been working on for the past few weeks. Alright, you can see I've been mounting some trim panels in here. The first thing I did was I've completed the front end of the car, the nose piece here that bolts on. I made and glued to the nose this mounting attach piece here. You can see there's some fasteners bolting it to the frame. I also, down in here, bolted the bottom splitter to this radiator mount here all the way across on both sides, so the nose of the car is completely attached. And I made, let me see if I can get the camera down in here. Alright, I know it's a little dark in here, so bear with me, but I also made this carbon fiber piece here that captures the air coming through the nose. It brings it through the air conditioner condensers and then funnels it down out the bottom of the car underneath the frame. It has a gentle curve to roll the air down, and I cut an opening in the splitter in the bottom for that air to escape. I've also purchased this hood latch that we'll be using, and it will mount to the frame here somewhere. I'm hoping there's enough room to go between the frame and the nose piece. It looks like there might be. If there's not, I'll have to notch into the frame and weld a piece in there and recess this back into the frame just slightly. But I need to take some more measurements to know for sure, and then once that's mounted down in the frame, I'll obviously have to have a clearance hole for that, for the latch to recess down into and lock. I've also been trimming these side panels here to fit. Now I've left them just a little bit long. We'll come back and trim the height perfectly once I know where these fenders need to sit in the rear. I have them really close to the right place, but I need to do some final few measurements to know that it's exactly right before I mark and trim these pieces for a last time. Now I know I've explained how this works in a previous video, but I probably didn't explain it very well. I'm starting to put this together so you can get an idea of how it works, and so I can go ahead and fasten all this together permanently. But this is our rain channel or drip channels, and they will glue on the back side of this fender. You can see how it's tucked in behind it, and then this rubber seal will push down on that, and this is what the hood sets down and shuts against to seal off and be watertight. Now this panel here, this trim panel, will go in behind that and have rivet nuts in it, and the fasteners will go through the fender, the drip rail, and bolt into those rivet nuts and hold that in secure. And you can see how that'll trim out on the inside. Now I'm missing a piece here. I'll have to make some little rain drip rails or pans to capture the water that runs off the front and funnel it out the side of the car. But I think you can get an idea what this is going to look like here. I've also been fitting the cowling and the wipers here to try to get an idea how they're going to sit and work with these fenders. You can see where I've had it taped here across the windshield. Now this cowling, because it has openings in it in several places and even where it touches the windshield, this is going to leak water, so there needs to be a pan underneath this to catch all this water and funnel it out to the right places so everything doesn't get wet. And I have the mold made here, or begin. It's not completely finished. Needs a coat of primer and some final sanding, but this is a drip pan. Now it's setting upside down, but this surface here matches the cowling where this rubber here and this surface clips down. There's several like Christmas tree clips here that press down into that and hold it in place. And then the part we're making will be a pan underneath that to collect all the water that leaks through in this area. Now that pan itself mounts to the firewall permanently, and then I'll have to cut and notch into these side pieces for that pan to recess into and locate correctly, and then it'll bolt together. And once all three of these pieces bolt together, that'll make a real solid area for the hood hinges to attach to, and the hood will hinge in the rear, obviously, since our latch is here in the front. Now you can see here that I have these parts clamped together. I don't have them drilled and bolted yet. Now this side is bolted, and this side I started bolting it. I have one of the fasteners. I don't have the top one quite yet. That's why I have this clamp here. So there's a little bit of body work to do here, but that's aligning pretty nicely. And I started trimming back here just so I can get a fit, dropping that into the correct height. Now I have my spacers here. I get this pushed under exactly right, and then determine the height here. So once that all aligns, it should look good. Everything is looking nice so far, so I don't see any issues with getting this all to align correctly. Alright, so while we're sitting here looking at the car, let me explain what's been going on in my life for the last several weeks and why my videos are a little bit delayed this time. My dad was in a bad car wreck about a month ago, maybe even 5 weeks ago, and broke several bones, and had some internal bleeding on his brain, possible concussion, and he has been in and out of intensive care a few times, and is finally, for the last 3 weeks or so, been in a physical rehab facility trying to get to where he can walk again. And actually, from the bleeding in his brain and the concussion, he's not been 100% mentally either, although he is making a lot of progress the last week or so. He's starting to come around and answer questions correctly. He knows who most people are, doesn't seem to remember his birthday yet. Can't remember exactly where he lived, but took him to his house to let him see where he lives now, and it seemed to bring back a few memories. So I think most of that will come back mentally, at least I'm hoping. As for the physical part, I'm not quite sure. He's pretty old. He was still driving and getting around very well, but been a lot of trauma involved in the accident. It total lost his truck, so it was a really hard wreck. And just hoping he makes it back 100%, but he still has a ways to go. Anyway, that's why I'm running late on this video. I just haven't had a lot of time to work on the car lately up until yesterday. I did spend a full day yesterday working on it and made quite a bit of progress, which is what you're seeing here with some of this alignment and fitting of these pieces. But not quite sure how this is going to work out moving forward. I'm working on the car as much as I can, and so we'll keep making progress and putting out videos as often as possible. They may not be every 3 or 4 weeks, but they might. I'll try to keep it on schedule as much as possible. Anyway, for anybody that stuck around to the end of the video, the big surprise is Jay Jarvie from the Builder Creator channel has made us some door hinges. Get one of these out here. So this is the hinges that I'll be using for the doors, and they are basically cast aluminum hinges, and he made a 3D printed part of the hinge itself and then used that to make a sand casting and then cast these parts. He drilled the holes in them for all the mounting holes, pressed the oil light bushings in, this is the pivot point, and powder coated them for me and done an excellent job. These look great. They're lightweight and strong, and for anyone that is not watching Jay Jarvie's YouTube channel, which is Builder Creator, why aren't you? If you're interested in the car I'm building, he is building 2 different vehicles at the same time, which is amazing to me that he has the time and can keep it separate working on 2 different vehicles. I have enough trouble keeping up just working on one. But again, I want to thank Jay for making these. He done a great job. In one of his previous videos, he posted a little bit of footage showing this hinge as a 3D printed part and how he was getting ready to cast them. But they are finished. I have my hands on them, and I'm hoping he does a video in the future showing how he made these, or at least some more footage. But go check out his channel. I'll put a link up here in the corner of the video to his latest video, and keep an eye on what he's working on. He does some fabulous work. But this hinge will mount up in this void area here, and there'll be a pivot point mounted to the frame, and it tucks up in this area here nicely. And then it swings up. I don't have enough hands to swing it up, but it swings up when the door is open, obviously, with like the Lamborghini scissor style doors, and then recesses back into this area and closes. So the part here in my hand is where it attaches to the door with the 4 mounting holes. This is the pivot point for a large bolt to attach to the frame to pivot on. And then this little arm down here that sticks down is for the gas-filled shocks to help open and close the doors. And there's the pair of them. So great job, Jay. Well, that's going to be about it for this week's video. In the next upcoming weeks, we're going to be continuing to mount these body panels and get them in the correct position, attaching them to the frame, making sure the hood and fender alignment is perfect, trying to get that drip pan installed under the windshield and get all of those pieces mounted together to form a rigid assembly. And then once we get all of that finished, we can start mounting this hood and hood latch and headlights and things like that. Anyway, I guess that's it for this week's video, and I'll see you guys again in a few weeks.